Hey, my name is LJ and welcome to Level 1 Gaming. In today's video we're going to look at 5 shrines that I think are very well designed and also pretty unique. One caveat is I'm not going to talk about the shrines Blue Flame, Eventide Island, and the Twin Memories because I feel like those have been broken down very well by many people already. Also, this list is in no particular order, just 5 shrines in this game that I enjoy completing. And without further ado, let's get into these shrines. At number 5 we have the shrine Big or Small, a shrine wherein you have to keep an electric current going from one end of the room to the other, using only 3 metal blocks, 2 small and 1 large. I specifically remember being completely stumped by this shrine my first time playing it. I had already used the 3 metal pieces, and I had no idea how to make the last big one stay long enough to complete the puzzle. I tried using stasis and running to the beginning to move the balls together, never quite getting it. I tried balancing the cube on the metal pole, nada. Then I tried using cryonis, and bam, it worked, but not long enough for me to get to the door. So I had to figure out you can move the platform to the top and then remove the first block and use that to start the chain. Not only does that open the door, but it also gives you the ability to try to get to the chest of the shrine. It's a pretty good shield too. At number 4 we have the shrine Melting Point. This shrine builds upon the block pushing puzzles of Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess by adding the ability to change the sizes of the block to your choosing using either a lit torch or another wood weapon or fire arrows, and finishes off the puzzle by having you use cryonis in conjunction with a block to reach a high platform to end the shrine. Also worth mentioning is the hidden chest in this shrine is very well hidden, giving another little puzzle inside of an already fun shrine. At number 3 we have Rono Koto's Blessing. Oh, what's this? A blessing shrine? This shrine doesn't even have a puzzle. How can you say it's well designed if there's no puzzle? Rono Koto's Blessing is inside of the Forgotten Temple, a place you can just stumble upon on a whim with absolutely no knowledge of what awaits for you. You walk in at a giant door, and all of a sudden there are red lines covering your entire body. You don't have time to think. You just know that stopping equals certain death. The entire trek is less than a minute, but you are so tense that it feels like an hour. This shrine has absolutely no puzzle to it, but it rewards you for exploration, and it gets your heart pumping, and at the end of the day, I think that's what Zelda is all about. At number 2, you have the shrine Two Bombs. I think that this is a well-designed shrine because of one main reason. It scales its puzzles very well. The first puzzle you must solve is as simple as it gets. Put a bomb down and then blow it up in a pretty lenient time period. The second puzzle is very similar, but ramped up by making you find a switch behind the pillar to be able to make your bomb move, allowing you to complete the puzzle in the same way as before. I think it's also good to mention that the chest of the shrine is behind the first puzzle's pillar, giving you a good reason to check the second pillar and thus finding the switch. The third puzzle is farther scaled up by the fact that you must learn to use 2 bombs to blow up the same switch at separate times. Making sure the round bomb isn't around when you use the square bomb, or else you'll both explode and you have to effectively start over. I remember having to scratch my head for a few minutes when I saw a closed door the first time, and anytime a Zelda puzzle makes me think, it's a good time. I said at the beginning of this episode that these shrines aren't in any order, and that is mostly true, but this shrine is my favorite of the bunch, and that's why it's at this spot. At number 1, we have the shrine Blind Spots. The reason Blind Spots ranked in as the best of these 5 is that it takes the time to love and develop its own ideas, and is very good at teaching the ideas to you through the gameplay. The start of the shrine has an unlimited supply of dangling squares that you can climb going past you to the right. If you hop on and look the direction it's going, you can see fire. If you don't get the hint that fire is bad, the game will teach you. Falling into a bottomless pit is a great deterrent because it doesn't kill you, but it annoys the hell out of you. The last fire is coming from both sides, forcing you to climb on top of the square to avoid it. The second part of the shrine has spikes above the square, forcing you to hang off the side of the square, until mini guardians come down. If you have a good enough bow, you can just one-shot them and move on, but killing the one on the right and then hanging on the right side is probably the easiest way to go in this situation. Once you're on the last stretch, they bring cryonis into the mix, and by having a barrier blocking all sides and the top of the block, forcing you to look for a way to get off the track for a small while. You go over the firewall, and then you have no more obstacles in front of you. You probably notice the water wall to your right, but if you wait a second to make sure that's the right way to go, the block in front of you falls, showing this is the end and you have to make water stairs to victory and get on your merry way. And that's it for my first top 5 video, my first game design video on the channel. If you enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button. It shows me that you want more videos like this one in the future. If you guys show a lot of love for this video, I'll do 5 more well-designed shrines in Breath of the Wild. And if you really like this video, think about subscribing. We upload daily Let's Plays and have a playthrough of this game if you're interested in that. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.